Good morning. My name is Wesley Chambers. Starting this channel because I don't see anybody restoring old boats, so we're gonna walk through it and see how things go. We have here. We've got a 1963 Fabuglas f1463. That's the model. I bought it this last summer for $200 with a motor attached. It has a 59 Evinrude Lark, 35 horsepower. Motor runs. I've gone through the lower unit already. I've still got a little bit more work to do to the motor, but just going through it and put the motor on it the other day. Took it to a boat ramp and noticed that the rear here is just waterlogged and rotten, and it had already had the floor redone. So we pulled the floor up because it was just some aluminum panel, and on these boats they had a fiberglass floor and a washdown plug over here in the corner. It's a through-hole plug. Somebody, I guess, had figured out that the floor was rotten, and they cut it out, and on the ribbing here, they decided, instead of, chiseling out and doing it the right way and re-glassing over it, they would just take some 3/4 OSB and screw through it, as you can see here. And they just did a shit job, honestly. I guess it held up for a little while, but not really the kind of person that's going to let an old boat die. So we're going to cut it all out and re-glass it the right way. And we're probably going to take the entire transom out because, as you can see over here in the corner where the ID plate is, that whole corner, that whole area there is pretty much trash. It's got the pull anchors, the eye bolts for pulling skis. Both of them, it's soft within like 6 inches around it. And I figure if I'm going to be cutting this out and getting to the rear here so I can get to the spars, I might as well cut that transom out while I'm at it and make sure it's good. So all that'll probably be replaced with some hardwood, undecided yet, and then it'll be glassed over and be along for the ride. But it's mostly stripped down. The only thing we got left to put in is, or take out rather, would be the cable steering system. It's kind of being a pain. I'll get it taken out here in the next couple hours, and I'm gonna rip all this carpet off and start getting fairly industrial with my cutting methods. So I'll check back in when I get some demo done. Alright, so we've cut out the first bulkhead. We're just using a sawzall here with a pretty aggressive blade on it. I mean, this is just 2-ply matting here. It's pretty inconsistent. It's no big deal. You can see here, just everything's just rotten to the core. It's really, I mean, it's kind of going to be a pain, but it's not going to be that bad, I don't think. This bulkhead's gone. Of course, I'm using a sawzall, so not everything's flush. I've got a pretty aggressive grinder to grind everything flush and put it back where it needs to be. We're going to take out this floor next and see where that leaves us on the actual transom. Yeah. So, bolts and stuff. Everybody says use Ziplocs. I hate using Ziplocs, simply because Ziplocs break real easy. They tear, you lose bolts, you lose stuff. It's annoying, especially on something this old. You don't know if you're going to get it. I use, well, I rate the pantry for nice Tupperware that has clamps on it, and I just Sharpie on top of it, and yeah, see what the missus thinks about that. Oops. Alright, so we got this this back floor, hold on, let me turn you sideways. There, we got this back floor cut out, or gas can / battery area. I'll come up with a technical term in a minute. But as you can see, it had 1x12s running down. They were cut down to 1x4 right around here. But those supported that floor, and yeah, they just don't exist anymore. So we pretty much already knew the transom was trash, but upon further inspection here, you know, you get the glass is peeled off of it. The resin, or the resin rather, has broke and cracked. So transom's gonna have to go ahead and come out. It's not the end of the world. We knew that was gonna happen. The only reason I'm going to all this effort is because the actual hull is in good shape. It doesn't have any busts in it, any cracks in it. It's got a couple areas that could use some new gel coat, but it's in good shape. And I don't know, you know, I got that 59 Evinrude, and I think old motors deserve old boats, and old boats deserve old motors, you know. So we got a little bit more expertise on its way to kind of put his 2 cents in on how to cut this transom out and where to cut. My old man's coming down, so I'm gonna finish getting the cable system back. I'm gonna pull that ID plate off, of course. Can't be losing that. I've done that before. So I'm gonna pull that off and put it in a safe spot, and then next video update, I might be cutting the transom, or I might be starting to grind some of this, because I'm gonna grind these sides. I'm gonna cut them back smooth and then grind them the rest of the way smooth with the actual exterior hole. We're gonna lay this in here right. We're gonna go back a little bit different than factory. I think we're gonna use some 1x12 white oak for the wood. I'll cut it down, of course. And then for the floor, we're also gonna do that, and we're gonna lay probably 3 or 6 ounce fabric over it, with a little bit of aggregate in it, and make it clear. That way it's still watertight. And I'm still not sure if I want to keep this washdown hole on the side of the boat. I don't know. I really hate washdown holes. They always present issues, especially because that one's below the water line. So I do plan on putting an actual floor compartment right around in here somewhere, because I will be mounting a bilge pump, which this boat never came with. But you know, modern times, modern ideas meet old materials, so we'll see what happens.